Okay, we have already cleaned off our bulkhead with isopropyl alcohol. Next, what we're going to do is find our bulkhead seal. The curved surface faces towards the cab of the truck and the flat surface faces back towards the bed. And we want it to be all the way to the inside edge of the bed like so. So what we're going to do is peel away the vinyl protector from the adhesive, stick it in place, and work it all the way to the other side. Okay, so now we're at the driver's side bed cap. Before we install the rail, we first need to get the bed cap prepped properly. Now, there were some factory fasteners in these locations that have already been removed, but it's for this hole here in front, and then also for this hole here. Next, we're gonna go ahead and turn to our rail. Now, the front end of the rail that goes towards the bulkhead, you're gonna have a little foam block there. We're gonna pull that off and expose our drain spout. Now, go ahead and take and fit drain tube up onto the drain spout. Now that's ready to go. Now this is going to hang on top of the bed cap and go all the way up against the bulkhead. But before we set it in place, we're going to rotate this up, and we're going to have a little channel that runs right along here. Now what that's going to do, that's going to allow us to take our clamps that are in our kit. They're going to fit inside that channel and then snap into place. We want to make sure they're lined up to the holes that they're going to be attached to. Do that with all three, but also go ahead and take out the hardware on those clamps before you get those in place. Okay, now that we have the rail all the way forward and each one of these clamps lined up to their respective holes, we're going to go ahead and reinsert the hardware we just removed from them. So we're going to have a Torx head bolt with washer. It's going to go through the clamp and through the hole in the bed cap. And on the back side, we're going to attach the serrated flange nut. Then we're going to go ahead and tighten that down using a T30 and a 10 millimeter on the back side. Repeat that on all three, and also make sure you're bearing down and pushing forward while you're doing this. All right, next we're going to go ahead and route the drain tube out the bed of the truck and repeat the same process on the opposite side. Okay, so this is the way the cover comes out of the box. Now you'll notice we've got a slam latch here with a clip receiver here. If we grab a hold of this side and lift it up, we can pull out our A panel, fold that forward. Now I'll point out a couple of things. We got tape on both sides. We're going to go ahead and remove that tape, and that's covering up a couple of holes on the top side and also on the bottom. Now that is for our clip receivers. So those are going to be mounting right here. We also want to make sure the opening of the clip receiver is facing towards the clip that's going to attach to it. So before we mount that, we're going to flip it upside down, look at the bottom here. We are going to pull off one of our adhesive seals to go on the bottom of it, make sure it's lined up correctly. All right, next what we're going to do is fold it back again. In this side right here, we're going to be inserting the threaded posts that we have in the kit. So we'll insert two of those just like so. Then what I like to do is hold them with my fingers, bring it back down. That way we've got the threads right there. We're going to line up the clip receiver, then use the two screws in our kit, put them inside, and tighten them down with a Phillips head screwdriver. Now we don't need to over tighten those, just get them nice and snug. We're going to fold this back over, and we're going to notice we got a little channel that's right here. That is for our cover retaining clamps. This is our cover retaining clamps. What we're going to do is take one of them and loosen up the star knob. Once we loosen that star knob, we can push up on it, and we've got a carriage bolt that's going to pop out. So we're going to slide that in place. We're going to snug that in place right there. Repeat the same process for the cover retaining clamp and also for the clip receiver on the opposite side. All right, next what we're going to do is set the cover up on top of the rails and let the A panel fall over top of the bulkhead, making sure the rubber seal on the A panel is laying over top of the seal of the bulkhead. We're also going to center the cover side to side, Then once we've got it centered, we're going to go ahead and fold each panel back one at a time and let them latch in place. As we're latching them in place, we're going to center them as we go all the way back to the tailgate. Then we're going to align it to the tailgate. Once we've done that, we can fold it up towards the cab and go ahead and lock it down against the rails. Okay, we are underneath the cover on the driver's side. Now this is our cover retaining clamp. This right here is the rail that we just set the cover on top of. So next what we're going to do is we're going to loosen up the star knob on the cover retaining clamp. So we're going to slide that over. Once the groove is capturing the bottom of the rail and the notch is inside the channel, we can go ahead and tighten down the star knob. Now just get that nice and snug, no need to over tighten it, and go ahead and repeat the same process on the other side. Okay, next what we're going to do is go ahead and fold the last panel all the way up to the cab to see where it would strike the cab of the truck. Now we'll want to wipe down the top surface of this frame with isopropyl alcohol, and the areas where it might contact the cab of the truck, we're going to attach our rubber bumpers.